There we go. We'll
There we go.
add that into the bloopers. How's everybody doing? So we started off our day. I don't remember what we did. Oh, well, we talked to the girls and then we made breakfast.
Yeah, and we were lazy and watched TV. Oh, we cleaned out the closet.
Oh, yeah, we cleaned out the closet. Actually, guys, we wanted to get the bikes out. I don't know, ground distance, we probably biked about half a mile.
I literally don't know. We went like 1 block over and then 1 block this way and like 3 blocks, we'll say.
3 city block? I don't know. I don't know the difference.
3 blocks.
But yeah, come to realize that having not gone to the gym in a while, we don't have the greatest energy in the world.
It is true.
And we don't have that carb energy, so, which I guess carbs is like NOS. It burns hot and fast, but then you crash.
And it also makes you hot and fat.
Hot and fat.
Yeah, so, well, I mean, and we also, like, haven't really exercised a lot since starting the diet, so we don't, like, when we've said before, you know, we have a lot of energy, we just mean, like, we feel ready to go and, like, do stuff, but, like, we haven't actually, like, exercised, so we haven't figured out, like, what we really need to, like, fuel with in order to do, like, long-distance shit.
Yeah.
We got a half a mile, and I said, I want to sit down, please.
But yeah, it's really beautiful out. I mean, it's not hot, it's not cold.
Yeah,
it's really quite
nice.
Yeah.
It is. And there's a nice trail. Luckily it's like a paved trail. I also, like, I think when I think of riding bikes, I think of riding, like, my grandma used to have some bikes that we would ride, like, out at her house, like, down her driveway. And they didn't have gears or anything. They were just, like...
The 1-speed bike?
Yeah, just 1 speed. You just pedal and you go. Whereas these, since it has the gears, I'm assuming that's why. Like, I feel resistance when I pedal. Even if I go at, like, one of the lower gears. I don't want any resistance. I don't want anything to be fighting me. I just want to pedal and go places. But it feels very exhausting. So it may also be just the type of bike.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She looks so pretty, doesn't she? It's my wife. But yeah, we ended up having to clean out the closet in order to even get to the bikes. But we were able to throw out a bunch of stuff and prepare stuff to take to the storage unit. We're going to be moving here in the next, like, 2 or 3 months. 3 months.
4 months.
4 months. So maybe sooner. We don't know.
Yeah, who knows? Probably around March is when we'll actually be moving. So we're going to start, like, cleaning out all the rooms and stuff. The girls' room upstairs still has, like, all the stuff from before they left and additional things because we started using it as a storage room. So that's cool.
Yep.
What was I going to say? Oh, we made the pork belly bites, garlic parmesan. I just realized I didn't know where the mic was. They were really gross, kind of. So we gave Fritz some of them, and we didn't eat them.
But yeah, we'll follow up with you guys later and try to finish up and figure out what we're doing here. Bye.
Bye.
So we have found ourselves at Sam's Club and that gift card we were talking about, we are trying to figure out how to add it onto the app so we can use the money from it. It
asked for a name and an address and I'm putting all of my info in. I don't know if it'll work though.
She's like, can I put a gift for you since it's what it says in the name field? And I was like, I don't know, just put your name. We'll see.
We'll see what happens. We might have to actually go through the line. It'll be weird.
We hate the lines. I think we did the line once. The lines here are weird. Have you seen the lines at Sam's Club? Like, they stand on your side. That's weird.
Let me add it. So, I mean, we'll see if once we try to put it through, if it goes.
I guess we'll see. All right, how's everybody doing? So today, can't remember the last video I did. Was it when we were going into Sam's Club?
Oh yeah, the Christmas stuff.
Yeah. So we ended up going to Sam's Club and checked out some Christmas stuff. Got some steaks.
More steaks.
More water. Stocked up on a couple other things. After that, we ended up swinging by Kroger so we could get more stuff. We're gonna do a slight cheat meal on Thanksgiving. We're gonna be a little bad.
And when we say slight cheat, it's still gonna be no carbs or low carb. So we're gonna have green bean casserole, ham, deviled eggs.
I think the only thing that's gonna have carbs in them is probably gonna be the fried crispy onions.
Yeah, which is just like a topping on the green bean casserole. We thought about doing it without and just putting pork rinds on it, but we figured if that's the only thing with, you know, any amount of carbs that we have, and that's just like a topping, it's not like the meal itself. So, we figured as long as we stay low carb, it's one meal. We talked about it. We don't really care that much about like Christmas dinner or anything. I think Thanksgiving is, you know, more of a big deal to us, and we're still going to stay within the low carb, and then, you know, just have one meal to where, you know, we have ingredients that may not be the best, and then go back to meat after that. I am also going to make a some sort of like pumpkin cheesecake, like filling type thing. It's not an actual pie, so there's going to be no crust or anything. It's just going to be like maybe like mousse kind of like texture.
Yeah.
Or like pudding texture, but it'll be like pumpkin with cream cheese, and I don't know what else. I don't remember the recipe. But yeah, just a couple of things to hold us together. Deviled eggs, which we did find a really good brand of mayonnaise that has avocado oil, and it's very simple ingredients in it. So, you know, it could be once we, you know, hit our goal weight and kind of loosen up a little bit, we may incorporate that just in general here and there.
Yeah, we're still working on getting our goal weight, you know, down to where everything's supposed to be and where we feel our best, and slowly ease things in. Like, we have stuff that we're planning on incorporating, but definitely not like implementing it full time into our diet. So if we're doing one meal and we want to incorporate something, we're gonna be lenient on that if it doesn't affect us. So we want to be able to do it and then see how our body reacts to it. And, and it's kind of crazy because, you know, we kind of preach this all the time, but like when like we'll eat one thing or something and like it'll suck, you know, like we can tell that like we get a headache or we feel, you know, lethargic or fatigued, and, you know, so we still want to be careful about, okay, we'll try something and then just kind of wait a couple days and see how everything works out for us. So
it's been working for us so far. We did buy a brand of sausages that I think we talked about it at one point, but that has like garlic powder, onion powder, cherry powder in it, celery powder, which we already had celery powder, but so yeah, a couple of ingredients in there, like with the onion powder and the cherry powder. But we've had that over the last couple weeks a couple times, and we haven't had any issues with that. So so that's good. And we know that processed meats also, or just in general, not as good for you as like, you know, just a whole steak. So I mean, we're still, you know, keeping the bulk of our stuff, you know, as like whole unprocessed meats. But here and there, things haven't been hurting us. So
I think we're going to try to, at some point in time, go hiking tomorrow, and then also we want to try to straighten up the girls' room a little bit. We have just kind of been using their beds as like a way of like, oh, we'll just set it in here, and we told you guys earlier we were super productive today when we cleaned out the closet to get the bikes out, so we were able to throw away a lot of stuff, and we really need to do the same thing upstairs. So over the next like week or so, we want to definitely try to wean things out that we do or don't need, and kind of organize stuff before we move. So
even start like boxing some things up that we know we won't use like in the next 5 or 6 months or something. We could even start boxing things up from down here. But we're excited to just be productive and get time together and get some things done.
Enjoy the holidays. And
I have started to notice, I feel like I crave steak more and more. So I know it's a subject change, but if I could afford it, I would say I would eat steak like morning and night, and then just not eat lunch, because that would probably keep me full enough. So if it were affordable, that would be a cool option. I know some people that do eat steak 2 or 3 times a day, and I'm just like, good for you.
I don't know what kind of budget you're on. Maybe they're just buying a cheaper steak.
Maybe.
We have been enjoying, so like I said earlier, we went to Sam's Club, so we have been enjoying like the savings of getting things in bulk for sure, because you know, we're able to, like, I think it was like $60, which would have been 3 steak dinners at Texas Roadhouse, but we were like $60 we're able to get, was that 3, 6, like 12 steaks?
12 steaks, yeah, and that would have been 2 steak dinners at Texas Roadhouse after like tip and everything. But yeah, 12 steaks for about $60. So I mean,
yeah,
it's not bad.
Yeah, for sure. And breakfast, I mean, being cheaper with the... So, like, I've said it before, like, once you kind of find, like, what you're okay with eating, like, we changed things up a little bit this morning. We did, you know, the sausage mixed with bacon and just did, like, a meat-only breakfast. But, you know, I think that in general, like, we're fine doing, like, eggs and bacon for breakfast. And then if we do have lunch, then, you know, like, ground beef or a beef patty. And then steak for dinner. I am going to try not having fried eggs for about a week or so, just because I did see somewhere that somebody said that when they cut out fried eggs that they stopped having diarrhea. I don't know if we've talked about diarrhea, but I've had diarrhea for about 7 years or so. I'm sure there's something going on in there, but my doctors didn't seem too concerned about it. So I was hoping with, you know, starting this diet that it'll clear up some sort of issue that I have, you know, in my body, in my gut or something, and clear that out. But with people saying that, you know, eating fried eggs kind of makes their poop runnier, I figure I'm going to cut that out for a couple weeks just to see if, you know, maybe my body is starting to heal, but that could be something that's keeping it going, or who knows. It also could just take a lot longer to heal. Yeah, for sure. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. How are your poops? So I mean, I used to in general probably... I think typically like 2 to 3 times a day before the diet, and now I go like maybe once a day. That's cool. But if I do, it is like a little bit runnier. I mean, obviously from like fat and stuff like that, but I think that it is better, and like that's what holds me over, is because it takes longer to digest everything down, and so like it's not needing to force everything through as much. But yeah, your body's using everything too. I think that's usually why they say that you have less, is because your body's like absorbing more, and so it takes longer to like build up something to come out. And that's the same for me too. I used to go 3 or 4 times a day, and I feel like it's been like once a day. I mean, I've varied from that a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, everything's a lot better for sure. Like, I mean, I feel, you know, as we said, more energy, more so, like, to me, having runny poop doesn't bother me. So. Yeah, and it does sound like that doesn't last forever, you know, it's just your body trying to work some stuff out too. Yeah, I mean, our bodies are still adjusting and figuring out how to, like, take whatever resources it wants from what we're taking into our body. And there's still, because we're eating a lot cleaner, there's still a lot of stuff it's cleaning out of our body, like in the microbiomes, as those things break down, and the stuff that we're not using or absorbing anymore, you know, eventually it'll break down, and it's got to have somewhere to go. Yep. So, yeah. And I haven't had any headaches today. My neck hasn't been stiff. I don't remember if I said that yesterday, but like over the last 3 or 4 days eating the ingredients that I was eating, like my neck like was getting really stiff, which used to be something that I dealt with a lot before. Like my neck would get really stiff, and then I'd get a bad headache. Like Chris would have to take the massage gun and just like beat my neck up to try to beat it out of me. But so my neck was getting stiff the last couple of days, which is such a weird symptom. Like I don't even know how that makes sense. Like all the shit just like stops in my neck and just like. It could just be muscles recovering. Yeah, I don't know. But it's gone today, so that's good. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah, so we are going to finish out the evening, and we're watching a Christmas movie. So Christmas socks. We took Fritz out, and we've been, after our steaks or with dinner, we've been watching The Night Before, I think it's called. So. It's like from 2015. It's a comedy. It's Seth Rogen, right? Yeah, Seth Rogen. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and then some dude that I don't know. I don't know the other guy. He's the black guy that plays in the Avengers. I don't know. Hell yeah. But yeah, it's mediocre at best, honestly, but it's fine. We wanted a Christmas movie, so.
All right.
Yeah, so we're gonna enjoy the rest of our night together and relax because we've been so productive today. And yeah, I think, like I said, tomorrow morning we're probably gonna go hiking or
Maybe we'll eat steak in the morning, so I have so much energy to
maybe
go
do
hiking.
some steak and eggs or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then try to clean the girls' room tomorrow. So outside of that, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Bye.